everyone. Welcome to God, Sex, and Love. It's your girl, Miracle Sims. And tonight I'm going to be chatting with Mr. Chris Faulk. He is a wonderful author, and he's going to let me know more about his book. So if you guys are ready for this conversation, then stay tuned. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to God, Sex, and Love. I am here with Mr. Chris Faulk. Hey, how you doing?
What's going on? What's going on? How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you so much for coming to God, Sex, and Love. His first time here, y'all. So welcome.
Hey, man. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for the invite.
No problem. No problem. I met Mr. Faulk in this awesome group of authors. So I'm sure you're going to be sharing with us some information about your book and everything like that, right?
Yeah. So just to give you a little insight, first off, thank you again for the invitation. Thank you for allowing me to be here. I really appreciate it. So I definitely have a book that's out right now called Stop Overthinking, Attacking the Mindset of Self-Doubt. Really, it's very self-explanatory. I feel like a lot of people are holding themselves back because of self-doubt, right? They're overthinking a lot of situations. Self-doubt has stopped a lot of people from career growth. Self-doubt has stopped a lot of people from relationships. Self-doubt has stopped a lot of people from doing whatever it is that they have set their mind to do. And basically, I just wanted to write a book just to help encourage people to not overthink stuff, but just go ahead and do it and just go ahead and attack whatever it is that you're trying to do. Really just want to, just encourage people to hit their goals. Like whatever it is you set yourself up to do or what you wanted to do in life, it's never too late to do it. And you should always, give it a try and don't stop until you achieve that goal. So that's just a little small clips of what the book is about. Apparently it's all on Amazon. So I definitely published through Amazon. So, you can go pick it up. But yeah, that's just a slight snippet of the book and what it's about. Just really want to help encourage somebody just to keep going and, not really overthink.
I love that, man. Congratulations on your book and everything like that. I think that's a powerful and much needed message that you just shared with us. Honestly, it got me thinking about actually the past few days for me, I've been reflecting as well, even to the point where I'm like, okay, you know what, Miracle, I need to, believe in myself. I need to, for example, I feel like I have something good here with God, Sex, and Love. I'm like, okay, I just need to put it out there more or, treat it as such, it's as if it's on some major platform or if it's on some major network or something like that. Because at the end of the day, I feel like the conversations that I'm bringing to the table are needed, and I feel like now the thing is, I don't stress about how many people watch or how many people is listening, because I feel like, well, whoever listens and whoever watches, they're who needs at the end of the day. But you have to get to that type of mindset, because all of that stuff, like you said, can make you doubt yourself, can make you be like, well, ain't nobody listening, or oh man, it's not, nobody supporting, or whatever the case is, and all that stuff can get in your head to block you, like you say, from your your goal or whatever the case is. So, I hope that your book, I believe that your book would definitely help a lot of people if they're, in their head about a lot of different things, like you say. I think that's going to be great for everyone. So thank you for writing it.
No, it's no problem. I mean, the thing is, everything you hit it on the head, right? So the thing is, to start with your mindset, right? If you believe that this show is really what God has called you to do, and you placing platform, and you're placing subjects on a platform to a bigger audience. If you feel like this is what your calling is, you should definitely give it 110% every day. Because you never know, right? You may not have the following of a bigger television show, but this is your dream, right? So this is what you've worked for. So you should definitely give it 110%. all the time. That's something I put in the book, is about changing your thinking, right? It's all about your mindset, right? So, if you believe that this show is great, then it's going to be great. But if you're always looking at stuff in a negative capacity, then, you're going to get a negative output, right? That's what me when I came out of high school, I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I wasn't the smartest kid on the block, but I always worked hard, and I've used working hard and my ambitions to my advantage. And right now, I got my first book out. If you would have asked me a couple years back, would I ever see myself writing a book? Not me. I was playing around in school and messing around and stuff, but I definitely feel like this was an idea that was on my heart for a long time, and I just wanted to be able to encourage people, because there's so many people out here that have dreams, but they never go through with it. I was just talking to a friend of mine, and I said this: a lot of people, especially in the African American community, we have great ideas, and we'll sit around and talk about these ideas with family and friends and everybody. We'll talk about these ideas and stuff, and we should do this, we should do that, and it never leaves that dinner conversation, never leave that dinner table. And I feel like that's an issue, because we are a very creative people. We're a very intelligent generation, intelligent race of people, and we have so much talent. But we don't use our talents, and I believe that if you keep letting your talents go to waste, God will eventually take them talents away and give them to somebody that's going to use them. So the thing is, again, a lot of people have a lot of dreams and stuff, and they just need to stop thinking. If you always living in the what if, you're never gonna know what you can achieve. So you got to stop that mindset of what if this happened, what if it goes wrong. What if it don't go right? How am I going to get the money for it? Sometimes you just have to say, just forget it. Like, I'm going to just trust God. I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to just go with my gut feeling. This is really what I want to do. This is really what I want to achieve, and just attacking it. And everything will work itself out. And another thing about the book that I put in is, even if you do fail in what you're trying to do, at least you tried, right? And I don't look at stuff as failures, but the thing is, I look at stuff as lessons learned, right? I don't take losses. I learn lessons, right? So the thing is, even if it's not what you want it to be, it's a lesson. Well, this is what I made my mistake in. This is what I can learn from it. This is what I can do to make it better on the next go round or whatever, right? So it's never a loss. You just should look at stuff as a lesson. And I definitely feel like, if people really take time to read the book, to definitely encourage people, to continue to dream, and just to continue to, keep pushing for whatever it is you believe in.
Listen, all of that, like, honestly, that's a my mic drop. I could probably just go ahead and leave after that. Like, everything you said there is just, it resonates with me so much. That's been my mindset. And I think the only thing you probably didn't say, one thing for me that I ask myself in situations of, it's like, what do I have? Like, okay, yeah, I can think about like what I don't have. We ain't got the money, okay, that's fine. But what do I have? What can I use right now? What can I do with what I have? And then do what you can with what you got. And then from there, you'll see it grow and flourish to be something else. Because again, I mean, I shared this testimony time and time again, but I started this off as a podcast. That wasn't the original idea at all. But I started off as that last year once the pandemic hit and we couldn't go nowhere, couldn't do nothing. I was like, well, let me figure out what I can do and stuff like that. Started off as a podcast, next thing I know, the door is open for me to do the talk show version and pretty much what we're doing now. And now I may not have like stayed on that track of what I was doing, but I decided to keep it going beyond, just waiting for that opportunity for someone else to, put me on that platform or whatever case is. I'm like, okay, well, boom. Now that is done, I've already gotten into the system of being like, okay, I'm a weekly situation. Let me keep that going. And who knows where we go from there, but I know since then I put out a book as well, which is my first book or whatever. I don't know, did the group, would you say that the group is what kind of inspired you?
Yeah. So honestly, what inspired me was, actually, I was just, to put it out there, I was just really just messing around, right? So I was just talking, and one of my guys said, what, you're full of wisdom. You should put that in a book, right? I'm like, in a book? I mean, I don't even know the first thing about like writing a book, right? So I just started, messing around, just writing notes and ideas, each section of how I want it, each chapter for how I want it. And, that's when I ran across and did research and found out that you could publish through Amazon on like Kindle Direct Publishing. So, I just got with a couple people, let them look it over, got a lot of opinions and views about stuff. And, that's when I just went on here and pursued it. So really just inspirations from a friend of mine. He was just encouraged for what I had to say and said that, I give a lot of good advice. So I could definitely spread that, around the world and stuff. And, just to hit on what you said, it made me think about an old movie. I don't know if you remember it, but Players Club, right? And
Yeah.
Lisa Ray told Ebony one thing, and nobody else remember that one thing from the movie. She said, sometimes you have to use what you got to get what you want, right? So you talked about what you have, right? So sometimes we have to use what we already have to maximize the profit to what we want it to be, right? So sometimes, you may not need what you think you want, but you already have what you need, right? If that makes sense, right? So you may not have all the money or whatever, but you got just enough to get to that next goal and what you're trying to do. So, sometimes you just have to look at it and just be grateful and count your blessings and say, well, I have this, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use what I have to be able to hit this goal of mine. So, but I mean, as far as inspiration, somebody just told me to give it a shot. So I just gave it a shot and made it happen. And, I'm just grateful. So, I'm also grateful because, I'm just getting done with my second book. So it just came out. It's on Kindle right now, but it should be in paperback probably by maybe Monday or maybe earlier than Monday. My second book is called 10 Interview Tips for Teenagers. So I wanted to do something for teenagers. I used to be a manager at Planet Fitness, and one thing that really inspired this book would have been it was a time when I needed to hire people. And, of course, Planet Fitness, they was always keen to hiring kids out of high school, right? Because, the minimum wage pay and stuff. So we knew we would attract more kids than adults with, what we was offering and paying stuff. So the thing is, I was interviewing for like a week straight, and I saw so many kids, juniors and seniors, coming in there for jobs, coming in there with T-shirts on, jeans, it almost looked like they was going to a concert or something like that. Like, I'm like, is this what they're teaching y'all in school, like how to dress? I promise you, I interviewed at least 50 kids, and at least 2 of them were dressed decent. 2 of them out of 50. Wow. So that always stuck in the back of my mind. So, since I've, got the confidence up to write, that's my next project that I'm pushing out right now. And hopefully I can get it into the school systems and stuff. Because, I mean, the thing is, I want to do something to give back to the next generation. Because I feel like the next generation, it's a lot of stuff that they don't learn. And we can't fault them because they're not really being taught in school. They don't really know about checks and balances no more. They don't know about a banking and saving account no more. They don't know how to dress for interviews. And I feel like it's up to us to really give back to that next generation. So that's my next project. Like I said, it's on Kindle right now, but that's the next project, I'm really pushing out. And I really just want to be able to help, man. Just really give some advice to young kids who, are willing to receive and then go from there.
That is amazing, man. And shout out to you. See, you just never know like your gift and how it's going to make room for you. You already got a book out for, encouraging people to use their God-given gifts and everything like that. But now you about to help the next generation, give them a leg up on the game on how to really be successful and everything like that. And that's a shame that they're not learning certain things in school. That's one thing that kind of surprised me. I was talking to one of my friends, she's a teacher, and she was letting me know, now this is about, basically we were talking about sex education or whatever the case is, and she was saying that basic stuff that now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I learned it in school. Basic stuff about sex, you know what I mean? Like, sex, about like diseases, about, pregnancy, about different, just basic stuff, right? She's telling me that they're not learning that. And I'm like, well, what are they teaching them? Like, what do you mean? Like, what is health class now then if they're not learning that? And so, and even what you saying just now, like, obviously, perhaps they never got any information about how to dress for an interview or how to, carry yourself for your interview or whatever the case is. And they should be learning this type of stuff. Like, is there no home ec? Is there no, like, programs? Like, I don't get what's going on right now, but I think both of your books are definitely going to, they sound like they're both needed. And who knows, man, perhaps there can be some ways that you can get out there, not just marketing your books, but like you said, help people. I think there's going to be, I see great things for you, man. And I'm glad to have you on the show right now. Let us know, man. Let us all know.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I think one thing, if we're going back to your first book, one thing that kind of bothers me is the whole idea of people feeling like they can't change, or they can't once they get a certain age they can't do something, or whatever the case is. And I'm like, for me, I look at the situation like, until you die, you got a chance to do something different, right?
Yeah.
Like what would you say that does your book kind of speak to that as well? Like people feeling like, okay, there's ageism, or okay, there's a certain time and then I can't do nothing no more, or
So the thing is, just hitting on that, I would say I'll go back to that mindset, right? So if you feel like just because you're a certain age, you can't go back to school and get that bachelor's or whatever, I say that's sort of along the lines of either fear, or you just may be along the lines of making excuses, right? Do you really want that degree, right? Do you really want to better yourself? Age shouldn't matter. I read something maybe a couple months back about maybe a 75-year-old woman graduating with a bachelor's. I mean, we see it all the time pop up on our news feeds. Age ain't nothing but a number, so we can't use that excuse. We're gonna leave that in 2020. So what's the next excuse we're gonna come up with, right? So I feel like my book, it definitely addresses, that age is not a factor, right? But it starts with the mindset, right? So it definitely starts with a mindset of I can do it. I can achieve what I want to achieve. You just have to put forth the effort, and you just have to believe in yourself, right? The thing is, if you think too much into something, then you're not gonna do it, right? So how many times have you said, well, I'm gonna wash clothes Saturday, and then you look over at the clothes, and I'm gonna get to it next Saturday, and the pile of clothes just keep piling up and up and up until finally, like, you ain't got nothing to wear. Like, dog, I should have went on ahead and washed clothes, like, when I thought about it. So I mean, again, like, the book definitely addresses like certain issues and stuff, but if I was to talk to somebody, I would just tell them that age is nothing but a number. Present the facts that it's never too late. Every day that God allows us to wake up is an opportunity for us to better ourselves, right? And if we don't take advantage, of that opportunity every day we're waking up to better ourselves, then we're gonna watch everybody else succeed, and we just gonna keep wishing. We're gonna be on the sideline and keep wishing. Like, I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. I wish I would have, went with that gut feeling. Oh, I had that idea. Why I didn't do it? I had that same idea. And people gonna keep making money. They're gonna pass you by, and you're gonna feel like your life is a waste, right? So it's a difference between living your life and existing, right? Some people are just existing. They just here. They just exist, right? And some people are actually living their life, doing what they want to do, being successful, whatever they want to do, they put their mind towards, and they going out and getting and achieving it. So it's a difference. It just all depends on what type of person you want to be. Do you want to just live your life, or do you just want to exist in this world?
That, man, I'm telling you, this man done dropped so much wisdom on today. Listen, I don't know if I was ready for it, but I mean, I'm so glad about it. Like I said, both of your books sound amazing. I hope that the people go out and check them out, especially if you're in the midst of whatever the situation is. If you're having that doubt, or if you're, a young student that might need to know the next moves and the steps you need to take moving forward. Man, I think that is great. I also want to let it be known that, come to find out, this gentleman and I went to the same, what we call it, alma mater,
Yeah.
I think he came a little bit after me or whatever, but shout out to Gordon College, huh?
Hey, you got to say Gordon. You have to say Gordon State College now, because they're state accredited school now. So it's Gordon State College.
Well, goodness gracious, Gordon State College.
You and me know about the good days. We know Gordon College. We don't know about Gordon State. We know Gordon College, but we don't know about Gordon State College. But yeah, man. Shout out to Gordon, man. Shout out to Gordon.
Guys, man, come to find out, we know some of the same people and all that good stuff. You just really just never know. It's a small world, as they say. You never know who knows who and all of that. So, like I said, I'm glad to have met you, Mr. Faulk. Tell the people where they can reach you if they want to, reach out to you.
Yeah. So, like I said, I'm still fresh in the game or whatever. So, I really haven't got much set up. But I mean, like I said, Chris Faulk, you can add me on Facebook. So Chris Faulk, They can reach out to me through email if they had any questions about it. cfaulk2009@gmail.com. So I mean, those are really the two platforms that I'm really responding to right now. So if they want to reach out to me or whatever, all my books are on Amazon. So if you want to type in Christopher Faulk, they'll pop up or whatever. So yeah, I'm definitely appreciative for you just for giving me this opportunity, man. This is actually my first time really speaking on a TV show, podcast or whatever. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful for you allowing me to be on your platform and being able to speak about my books and stuff. So I thank you so much, Miracle.
You're welcome, man. I cannot tell, sir. You got a thing for speaking. I will say, I don't know. I don't know if there's a pastor in there or not, but I'm just saying you got a thing for words.
I've heard that several times. I heard it several times. So we'll see what happens.
Confirmation. I'm gonna go.
hey, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. You got me up to sweating in this suit and stuff, so we'll see what happens, man. We'll see.
We'll see what the Lord do.
Hey, we'll see what happens.
Man, I truly enjoyed you, Mr. Faulk. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for watching God, Sex, and Love. And thank you to Chris Faulk for coming in and shedding a little more light on his book or his books. I think he has an amazing topic. And I hope that you all go out and support him. Thank you so much for watching, and good night.